What if the relationship wasn't random? What if you weren't chosen because of chemistry, but because of something specific they noticed in you? Something you didn't even know you were showing. There's a name for what they did. And once you hear it, you won't be able to unsee it. Predatory partners don't operate on luck. They operate on pattern recognition. Before the first date, before the first message, they were already reading you. And they found one of 4 things. You can spot a fixer from across a room. The first thing they look for, someone who believes they can save people. They're the one listening too intently, asking too many questions, leaning in when everyone else leans back. To a predator, that's not warmth. That's a door left open, because a fixer won't leave when things get bad. They'll try harder. And the worse it gets, the more trapped they become in their own need to fix it. The chaos isn't a side effect. It's the mechanism of control. The second type is harder to spot because they look like the last person who'd fall for this. The doubter is the smartest person in the room because intelligence has a weakness. It considers every possibility, including the possibility that it's wrong. So when the predator said, "You're remembering it wrong," the doubter considered it. When they said, "You're too sensitive," the doubter examined themselves. When they said, "You're the problem," the doubter almost believed it. This is called gaslighting, and it doesn't work on people who are easily manipulated. It works on people who are deeply, dangerously fair. Those are the 2 most common types. If you recognize yourself, now you know why. But the next 2 are different because they don't just trap you, they rewire you. The bonded tried to leave over and over, and every time she got close, he changed just enough. A moment of warmth, a glimpse of who he used to be. That's not love pulling her back. That's her brain being used against her. When someone hurts you and then suddenly becomes kind, your brain releases a rush of relief so powerful it starts to feel like love. Scientists found this is the same thing that happens inside the brain of a gambling addict. The unpredictability is the addiction, not the person. She wasn't weak. Her brain had been rewired without her knowing. The last type doesn't look like someone in a toxic relationship. They look devoted, the invisible. The predator dismantles identity slowly. Your music, your friends, your opinions, replaced gradually, gently, with theirs, until the version of you that existed before them becomes impossible to remember. This is the most sophisticated form of control there is, because it doesn't require force, it just requires patience. And by the end, the invisible doesn't need to be controlled. They've forgotten there was ever another option. Here's what all 4 have in common. The relationship didn't create these wounds. It just found them. Like a key finding a lock that was already there. The fixer needed to prove something. The doubter needed to be fair. The bonded's brain could not resist. The invisible just needed somewhere to belong. None of them chose this, but here's what none of them know yet. The researchers who studied people who actually got out, not the ones who tried, the ones who left and never looked back, found something surprising. The thing that finally freed them had almost nothing to do with how bad it got. It wasn't a big moment. It wasn't rock bottom. It wasn't an ultimatum. It was something much quieter than that. Something so simple it almost seems too small to matter. And almost no one talks about it. If you like brutally accurate psychological truths delivered cinematically, subscribe.
And stay close.